On this channel we talk a lot about substitutes, or placeholders. Watches that are similar in appearance to more expensive watches that you usually buy as affordable alternatives to other watches you can't afford or for the very least can't justify buying at the moment. Some are better than others, some could actually scratch the itch, and some are actually good enough for you to forget about the watch you really wanted, at least for a while. One of my ultimate grail watches is the Sinn 556a. For that reason, I asked Berny to send me their T2576MS for review. A watch that takes the Sinn spirit and puts it in a titanium case, for a fraction of the price. Speaking of the price, this little homage watch has a few different variations, with the price ranging between $66 for the simplest black dial on nylon strap variation and $85 for the fully loomed dial on a titanium bracelet. Both dial variations have a sterile option without the Berny branding. The black dial on bracelet configuration we have here today costs $80. I do get to keep it, so keep that in mind as you watch this video. Berny packaging is never anything too fancy. Here is everything you can expect to get with basically any Berny watch you buy. And here are the measurements. The width of the case is a touch under 37.5mm, its thickness is only 9mm, the distance between the lugs is 20mm, with the bracelet tapering down to 18 at the clasp. Lug tip to lug tip is 42.5mm, and with 3 links removed, it weighs 66 grams on the bracelet, and only 36 grams on the nylon strap. Water resistance is set to 5 bar. Looking at the matte black dial, your eyes are immediately drawn to the large 12, 3, 6 and 9 Arabic numerals. Besides that, there's a minute track along the edge of the dial, and button hour markers where there are no numbers, Berny under the 12, and quartz titanium above the 6. The watch is equipped with sword-style hour and minute hands, half painted black and half painted white, with loomed centers. The second hand has a black portion as well, a cool little detail as we're about to see in the loom shot. Yes. Berny don't state which specific compound was used on the hands, but you can see the hour and minute hands shine blue, while the second hand does shine orange. Pretty cool, and not bad in terms of appearance and longevity. The markings on the dial are not loomed at all, which I think is a huge missed opportunity. It would have been so nice to have the markers loomed as well. Moving on, covering the dial is a flat piece of sapphire crystal treated to some blue tinted anti-reflective coating on its underside. The case is made entirely of grade 2 titanium and is treated to a bead blasted finish all around. The finishing level is not going to win any awards, but this is usually the case with cheaper titanium watches. It does have that distinctive dark grey tone that comes with grade 2 titanium, and it is going to be more prone to scuff and scratch than stainless steel. That's just the reality of this material. It is very slim at 9mm, and the lugs curve down beautifully, which will make it conform well to the wrist. The crown is positioned at the 4 o'clock, and even though it is small and recessed into the case, it is fairly easy to pop out and operate. The titanium case back snaps onto place and features some of the watch's information laser etched on a similarly finished surface. The movement powering this watch, if you haven't already guessed by the word quartz on the dial and the sweep of the second hand, is a Seiko VH31 Mecha Quartz movement. I am so happy we are seeing more and more of these lately. This 2 joules tuning fork type movement is the perfect middle ground between quartz and mechanical movements. You get the accuracy of quartz of between plus and minus 15 seconds per month, with mechanical like 4 ticks per second of the second hand. The flip side of that is only 2 years of battery life. If you opt for the bracelet option, you get this bead blasted bracelet made of titanium. It is not perfect, but it sure is a huge step up from the last titanium bracelet I've seen from Berny. It features solid links, one in each row, and solid end links as well, with proper female middle links of the end links. The links are held together with push pins, and the clasp is pressed and unbranded, and features a double pusher security system with a security latch and 3 holes for micro adjustment. If you opt for the strap, this is what you get. It is a 2-piece nylon strap with a pretty cool ribbed texture. It is thick and feels heavy duty, with what seems to be faux leather protecting the holes, quick release spring bars, and matching titanium hardware. On my 7-inch wrist, yeah, not too shabby. I really like the size. The dial looks great, and it's very legible. The titanium bracelet might not be the most comfortable one in the world, but it isn't bad either. Certainly not for the price of this watch. It's very lightweight and sits close to the wrist. Here it is on the black nylon strap. Since the strap is made up of 2 layers of material, it is a bit stiff right out of the box, but I'm sure it would break in nicely and become more pliable with time and wear. If you're gonna buy one of these, I'd suggest you go for the bracelet. And of course you can play around with different straps. This little Sinn Homage will pair nicely with any strap you throw it on. 20mm of lug width gives you plenty of options. The pros today are pretty obvious and straightforward. For well under $100, you get a good looking watch made entirely out of titanium, an AR coated sapphire crystal, and the sweeping seconds Seiko quartz movement. It won't break the bank, and you do get a lot for your money. It's lightweight, compact, and slim. It wears great, looks good on different straps, and is always accurate and ready to grab and go. The cons are pretty insignificant in comparison when you consider the price. And to be honest, nothing here is a serious deal breaker for me. Some better water resistance would be great, but not a must. Loom on the hour markers should have been present but isn't. You do have the fully loomed version if you're a loom buff. Bernie's name on the dial is something I know many of you don't like, but you do have the sterile version, so that's taken care of. The clasp is not amazing and feels a bit cheap, but on a titanium bracelet at this price point, it really is hard to complain about that. And that's about it. Going back to the question I posed in the beginning of this video, could this Berny actually scratch my itch for a Sinn 556a? Well, no. But it sure is a great placeholder until I get one. It is worth mentioning that Berny makes a similar watch to this one, also made of titanium. This one is larger at 40.5mm of case diameter, powered by an automatic Miyota 8215 movement, has the markings on the dial loomed, and costs only $85 on strap and $101 on bracelet. I'll leave a link to both watches in the description of this video if you want to check them out for yourselves. These are going to be affiliate links. They will not cost you anything extra, but will help the channel with a small commission. So thanks in advance if you do decide to use them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. If you've enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these two as well. I want to thank Berny for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.